Hi everyone. So as I mentioned in last video that I would talk about top 5 skills every fintech BA must have in 2026. So let's discuss about them. Okay. So I'm not going to list communication skills and stakeholder management skills. You already know those, right? I'm going to give you the 5 skills that especially separate good fintech BA from great ones in 2026. So I have mentioned skill 1, skill 2, skill 3, skill 4, and skill 5, the hidden one. So skill 5 is the one most be a competitive overlook, and in my view it would be the single biggest differentiator in fintech BA careers over the next three years. So moving on, I have mentioned here I have mentioned here at a glance, like these 5 skills before we go deep. Okay, so these are the 5 skills I would say. So regulatory intelligence, okay, read, track, and apply regulations proactively. Second, system thinking, see the whole before you document the part. Okay, I would say third one is that AI fluency, use AI tools to work faster and better. Four, precision documentations, write requirements with zero ambiguity. Number 5, the hidden skill, the one most BS never develop. Okay, so skill 1 and 4 are what makes a competent fintech BA. Skill 5 is what makes an irreplaceable one. Okay, so I'm going to talk about them. So first one is that I mentioned that regulatory intelligence. Okay, regulatory intelligence. So regulatory are multiple things I have mentioned over here, that track RBI publications proactively. Monday morning RBI check 50 minutes. Every week you will have to check the RBI guidelines. Okay, 50 minutes. Every circular that affects the lending system, that is not optional in 2026. Okay, second I would say, then next one is know the 5 critical regulations code, like digital lending guidelines, fair practice codes, KYC master directions. These are the things which are the common one which you should know and you should be updated about them. Okay, uh, map regulations to requirement for every disbursement, credit, and KYC requirements. The specific regulations it satisfies, and this is what compliance checklist enables, right? Speak compliance regularly, language fluently. When the compliance team flags an issue, you should understand exactly why, not just receive the instructions. Understanding the why makes you their partner, not their implementer. Okay, you are the implementer, so you have to think about it, anticipate regulatory impacts, and then build a personal compliance checklist. So these are the things which you should know. And you should be updated about every time. Okay, now if I go ahead with system thinking, so system thinking is like it is having certain things, as I have mentioned, that suppose you have the system, the portal website, so end to end on the portal, and how the system works, right? So whenever you receive the requirement, like there is workflow. Without workflow, system does not work. Okay, there will be workflow, there will be rules and regulations, there will be compliance, and there will be regulatory, there will be multiple things. Okay, checklist and all that. So like suppose here I have mentioned the customer app thing. First one is that customer app, then loan originations, then credit decisions, then KYC, then what happens, bureau check happens, offer engine, then a loan management system, then collections. So these are the workflow which happens in lending. So I would request that system thinking means before you document any requirement, you ask what upstream system feed this. Okay, what downstream system depend on it. Okay, what happens to every connected system if this requirement changes. Most BAs skip these questions. The BAs who ask them prevent integrations failure, and that cost months of rework, right? Now if I go ahead with AI fluency, so using AI tools to work faster without sacrificing the domain judgment that makes you work valuable. So I have written 6 points here. So like BRD drafting. Okay, you should be using multiple AI tools are there, like ChatGPT, Claude AI, multiple notebook LM. So multiple AI tools are there that you can use them to write the BRD and drafting the BRD. User story generations. Okay, so like feed requirement summary to AI AI, get structured user stories with acceptance criteria as a starting point. Okay, tool you can use it like ChatGPT, GitHub, and Copilot. Regulations, summarizing. So for regulation summarizing, like you can use Claude based for long docs, right? So upload 100 pages RBA circular to Claude, get a plain language summary of clauses that affect your system. Then we have gap analysis. For gap analysis, also you can use ChatGPT and Claude. So how to find gap analysis and all that. Okay, then process flow generations. For process flow generations, I would recommend the ChatGPT and Miro AI. We are going to learn these AI tools in upcoming sessions. Okay, so we should not be worry about it. Then we have a stakeholder prep. So we can use ChatGPT and Claude. These are the we can use ChatGPT and Claude. So these are the AI fluency, like every BA should have it and should use them on daily basis to have good result or good output after the development. Okay, to have the good result and good have productivity. So these are the this one is about precision documentations, as I mentioned earlier. So there should be uh, you know a way to write the documents, right? Ambiguous requirement to precise requirement. Okay, uh, I have mentioned here certain things which you could read it and you can understand. So I would say that the test of precise requirement, if a developer builds exactly what you wrote, would the output be exactly what the business wanted? Would the output be exactly what the business wanted? If yes, your requirement is complete. If maybe, rewrite it until the answer is definitely yes. So this is what the precise requirement is called. Then we have skills 5 of 5, the hidden skills. Okay, so this is what I was telling, that number 5 skill is the most important. Before I reveal it, let me show you why most BS miss it. Okay, so these are the things like the risk head, the product manager, the compliance officers. Okay, so under risk head, I have mentioned that protection from the financial loss. Okay, speaks in risk terms, exposures, probability, a loss given default. If you speak in product terms, you lose them in the first meeting, right? So I mentioned most BAs communicate the same way with all three. They use their natural language, requirement language with everyone. The hidden skill is ability to translate your thinking into the language of whoever you are speaking with in real time, right? So the skill 5, commercial intelligence. Okay, understanding the business economics behind every requirement, not just what the requirement is, but the what it costs. Okay, what it earns, what risk it mitigates, and what regulatory consequences it prevents. Then communicating the understanding in language of whoever you are speaking with. Okay, why most BAs miss it? Because BA training teaches the requirement technique. It really teaches business economics, and in fintech, every decision is a financial decisions. Understanding the economic is what gets you a seat at the table where the real decisions are made. Okay, so that's why I was saying that this is the commercial intelligence is the hidden skills which you should have it. A BA who understands the business is called a partner, and a BA who only understands a requirement is called a documented. Okay, so you need to think about it. You should have these skills, commercial intelligence skills, and do not avoid this. This is my recommendation. I have written certain questions here that you could see. 5 questions. Where are you on each skills? 5 honest questions. Ask yourself regulatory intelligence and write down the answers. Uh, System thinking and AI fluency, precision documentations, and commercial intelligence. So these are the 5 questions I have asked, and I would request you please ask yourself and write down the answers. Okay. So one action per skills. So one question per skill. Do this this week. I would request you build your compliance checklist, map one full system, use AI on your next task, rewrite one requirement precise document, ask the PNL questions as well. Okay. So that's all about it, the 5 skills, and we have discussed in detail. This is how we will be learning about business analysis, learning domain AI tools and career growth, and practically also I would be showing also. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching the Fintech BA channel. And I would request you please subscribe the Fintech BA channel so that you would be getting the update and notifications whenever next video gets uploaded. That's all about it. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.